We'll do a quick check-in. So the bike's been running okay. Just a pain to start. Feels a bit juddery. And I was riding the other day and I noticed the rev counter. It was showing the engine speed, and then the revs are dropping right down and then sweeping up to 3,000, dropping down and then showing the engine speed again, which I thought, bloody rev counter's on its way up. But it's not, it's actually a diagnosis to say that there's something wrong with the throttle position sensor, which is this little kiddie here. I'll show you on the there. See, it shouldn't do that. Now that means there's something wrong, or it could mean that it needs calibrating. But I've tried the calibration sequence. It's all online. And it's broken. So I've got a replacement coming. Be there in a minute. Just unscrew this. It's got these little security screws on there because obviously you don't want it being tampered and whatnot. But I've got a new one coming, which could go a long way to explaining why I have so many issues. So I'm just going to whip this off. My mate's got a spare one, so I'm going to shoot over his this afternoon, obviously in the car, because now that this is off, it's obviously not running brilliantly. So that can go either way on there. There's it's pretty hard to see. I'm just trying to see if it can go on any other way, or if it's got one way of fitting and that's it kind of thing. It has only got one way of fitting, yeah. So what you got is a little, it's got like a little shaft there with flats on it. On the inside of that, it's got flats where it slots into. When that's on there, what you're meant to do is rotate that around while it's getting on the bloody shaft. Rotate that around like that with the ignition turned on but the bike not running, and you get it so that it's set at about 5,000 revs. Well, it's not 5,000 revs, but it shows 5,000 on the rev counter. So I shall give this a try this afternoon. My mate finishes work at 3, so I've got a couple of hours, but that's unscrewed now and it's off and it's ready to bit of trial and error. I've got a cheap Chinese one coming. Yeah, I know, Chinese, they're not brilliant, but it might work. But I've also got one coming from XJR parts, which is about 65 quid. So if my mate's one works, then I know that's the issue. If it doesn't work, I'll wait till the one from XJR parts comes, because my mate's one, it's been in his garage, so I don't know whether it's good or bad. So it's Friday, the sun's meant to be out and I can't really use the bike. I can, but it's not running brilliantly, so it's probably ideal not to use it running. I wouldn't have thought it'd have that much difference for position sensor on a carburetted bike, because everything's controlled by the carbs anyway, but it converses with the CDI unit and tells it where the throttle is, so that how much fuel to apply. So it's, I guess it's got something to do with it. And loads of people have said, yeah, if your throttle position sensor's playing up, it's going to be a, well, some people said the bike just won't start. I can start this, but only by turning the tick over right up, and then once it's started, turn it back down again. So let's see what happens, shall we? Well, about 2 minutes after I filmed that little bit, the one from XJR parts actually turned up. So that's fitted on there. There is videos on YouTube how to do this, but turn the ignition on and it'll do its. That's because it's set right. Just unplug that thing on there, and it'll go round to 3 just so that there's a fault, and it'll just keep doing that. Plug it back in. Now I've got this set about right, but I'm going to upset the setting just to show you guys what's going on. See, that's at 5, and if you, it's got slotted bits on there, if you move it around where those slots are, you look at that speedo, look at that rev counter needle. See what I mean? So if you set that at about 5, it's really sensitive, so you've got to be a bit careful. That's set at about 5, nip it up. Double check that it's on 5. Just see through that gap there, yeah, that's on 5. So tighten it up fully. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, the question is, hello Bobo, have you come to visit me? Hi little girl. The question is this going to make much difference with the starting now? Because it's, like I said, it's always been a pig to start. I don't know how well it'll go, because as it hasn't been running properly, I've got the tick overs. It could be anywhere according to that throttle position sensor. So I don't know, but let's give it a blast. Right, out, go on, out, out. Let's give it a bar, give it a blast. Bit choke. So we're still having issues then, but let's run out to code. This is what I have to go through. Nearly. that to settle down, and then I'll come back to it maybe tomorrow just to see how different it is. So we shall see. Okay, so it's the next day. I said I wanted to try and do a cold start on this. Part of me thinks it should just fire up quite nicely and a lot easier. Another part of me is a bit of a realist, and I think I'm just always going to have trouble starting this. I don't think it's ever going to be 100%. Don't know why. I think 4 years shoved under a cover in someone's garden has probably not done it much good. And so I rebuilt the carbs twice. I think it's just always going to be a crap starter. So let's give it a burst. See what happens, shall we? Clonk you there a minute. Right, give it a little bit of choke. Oh. Better. It's better than it was. Maybe not. I didn't think it would be much better. Obviously, it still needs to warm up. I don't know if taking it for a spin and getting it properly warmed up that way might have got it set a little bit better. I don't know. Wow. So it's still crap at starting. I don't know whether taking it for a spin would have got the tick over somewhere a little bit better, like properly warmed up. You know, I only left it sort of idling for a minute or so yesterday. I was hoping that would make a massive difference. Oh well, just gonna have to live with it being like that, really, you know. Disappointing. It is disappointing. It'd just be nice to just get on a bike, push the button and just ride off instead of faffing about like that. You saw what it was like. It's going to be nice tomorrow. I will take the bike out and get it properly sort of warmed up. And fucking neighbours, and it's just started raining. It's not going to rain tomorrow, so I'll get the bike out and give it a good run out, and then I don't know, see what it's like after that. It should run a lot better, because with that throttle position sensor, apparently they run way down on power if they're not set correctly. So it should take off like a bit of a scalded cat tomorrow, but we shall see. So I shall get this edited and get it on there so that you guys with any issues like throttle position sensor can see what's sort of going on this. So, but it's on there. It was easy enough to do. I was just kind of open it and make the cold starting a little bit better. Is what it is. Alright, bye.